Hello YouTube, it's Borders Dude here, and yes, I'm back with another video, and today I'm taking a look at a vintage figure. Yes, he is vintage now. We're all officially getting old. This is Ben Washot 23's favourite Transformer. It is, of course, Armada Hotshot. So let's take a wee look at this guy, shall we? This is really going to be my first foray into anything to do with Armada. Heck, even the bloody Unicron trilogy. I've really stayed away from that line just because I have. I have like a couple of figures from the line in the collection slowly building. I've had Armada Perceptor for a while, but I want to talk about this guy and I'm waffling. So let's get a closer look at this brick of a figure. And yes, he is a brick, but what a brick. Actually, dead impressed with the face sculpt. They've pretty much nailed it on this figure. Very show accurate. Still a fair whack of sculpted detail going on here, which is pretty cool on him. I'm not sure about the dark blue here against the yellow, but it's alright I suppose. Very impressive detail going on. Now if you look at the back, we've got all the MacGuffins here that will be used when his Minicon's plugged into, which I'll get to later on in the video of course. So what articulation do you get with this version of Hotshot? Right, so you get a bend here. Alright, you can do this. And yeah. And the leg's on a ball joint, so it can do what you'd expect a leg to do on a ball joint. Well, almost, kinda, yeah. And you get some fashion of a bend at the knee, and the toes can do this because they're on a spring. Yeah, that's the articulation you're getting with this version of Hotshot. So, let's take a look at his Minicon functionality, shall we? But of course, before we do look at Hotshot's Minicon enabled power, we should really take a look at his Minicon, and he is probably one of the most recognisable Minicons within the whole Armada and Unicron trilogy. It is, of course, Jolt. So let's take a look at Jolt. So he's mostly red, yeah, as you can tell, with a bit of silver and black, or is it gunmetal grey? I don't ken. But let's see if we can get that face to focus. There's a wee bit of sculpted detail going on in there, but you can't really see it too well. Yeah, a wee bit better there, there you go. What a sculpted detail, however, going on such a wee figure. It's pretty cool, and of course the rotor spin. Articulation, the arms can go up. They are on a ball joint, so they can probably do a full 360 if the rotors do get in the way, and you can get a bend at the legs. They do pop off, I believe. Yep. So it gives you a bit more articulation there, and he becomes a wee cool helicopter, which makes things a lot easier, really, just to do the actual effect of Hotshot's Minicon enabled power. And there we go. Here's your wee Jolt helicopter. Look at that, I've actually done a transformation on video. Right, so there's his Minicon port. Let's pop Jolt in, and we are gonna go and push up, aren't we? Oh no, it's no worked. Let's try that again, shall we? So Jolt's plugged in at the back. Let's just pull him up. There we go, and we're going to pop him back on just now. And then with the camera facing, I am just going to pull Jolt up again. And there we go, look at that action, that was freaking awesome. And there we go, there is Hotshot in his Minicon powered up mode. Now as you can tell, I am missing that missile that goes in there, and to be honest I'm not really that fussed about it not being there, because I was saying to Retro Prime the other day, it looks a bit like a dog's lipstick in pictures. Anywho, let's get him transformed into his alt mode and see what it looks like. And here is Hotshot in his alt mode, and as you can see I've popped an engine on top of Hotshot. This actually acts as a gun for Weejolt as well, which is pretty cool, but it has another feature for Hotshot in his alt mode. If you press it down just a little bit further, and one more time, there we go, you get a couple of cow catchers, I guess, and there of course his feet in robot mode. In terms of the alt mode, getting to there from transformation is fairly straightforward. Basically his arms make the entire top part of the car, and his legs make the bonnet in the front of the car. Very simple transformation, but quite satisfying to do nonetheless. A lot of heft on these figures, on the Armada figures, and probably the Unicorn Trilogy figures as a whole. Very impressed with the plastic quality that's going on here. And of course there is the added mode where we take Jolt and pretty much do this to him, or something along those lines. You can maybe do this if you want, it'll look a little bit better. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to transform your Transformers, that's up to you what you do with them. Plug it in the port there. Oh, his cowcatcher's popped out. That's what she said. And there he is. He's plugged in at the back, and you can spin his rotors. Very cool. And that was used in the show to enable Hotshot to drive up walls and stuff like that, and do a wee bit of flying, if I mind right. I've not seen much of the cartoon. Very, very cool alt mode. My final thoughts on Armada Hotshot. Now, as you can probably tell, this has been a very light-hearted video looking at this figure. It's definitely not in-depth in any fashion, and it was never meant to be that. In all seriousness though, when it comes to these figures, this is really my first time experiencing this line in any sort of major fashion. I've got a few Armada figures now, and I've been very impressed with all of them. The plastic quality on them is tremendous. The figures themselves are incredibly heavy. Transformation is super simple along with the articulation. But you know what, that doesn't really matter. I think the fact that these were designed that way on purpose is amazing, and the play features on them are very toyetic, very fun, and they were definitely designed for new Transformers fans to come on board at the time. And as we've seen with the likes of Ben Waspshot, you know, he's pretty much now a Transformers fan for life, and it's all because of figures from this line. And that's pretty amazing to see that while G1 is king and will always sell best at the box office and on the toy shelves, I think there's definitely going to be room for Armada figures in the future on a more permanent basis. Thanks very much for watching this video. I do really appreciate the support from my viewers who continue to watch my stuff. And as always, if you're new to the channel, do all that YouTube stuff that they ask you to do with the liking and subscribing and so forth. And as always guys, until next time, please be excellent to each other.